Hello everyone, my name is Thomas. I just want to welcome you to Studio 411, where we give you the info, the facts, and nothing but the facts. Today we're going to start talking about Joe Biden and Afghanistan. On April 2021, President Joe Biden announced the withdrawal of U.S. forces from Afghanistan by September 11th, 2021.
The United States will begin our final withdrawal, begin it on May 1 of this year. We'll not conduct a hasty rush to the exit. We'll do it responsibly, deliberately, and safely.
This would turn out to be the biggest foreign policy screw-up in U.S. history. In December 2019, during the 6th Democratic presidential debate, Joe Biden said how he would handle the situation in Afghanistan.
The first thing I would do as President of the United States of America is to make sure that we brought all combat troops home, entered into a negotiation with the Taliban, but I would leave behind special forces in small numbers to be able to deal with the potential threat unless we got a real good negotiation accomplished to deal with terrorism.
President Trump had already started negotiations on a peace treaty with the Taliban in 2019. By March 10th, 2020, the U.S. had agreed to pull out from Afghanistan by May 1st, 2021. The U.S. and its allies would leave intra-Afghanistan affairs and negotiations alone. In other words, the Afghani government and the Taliban were to have negotiations all by themselves without any interference. The Taliban agreed not to attack U.S. forces and to enter into negotiations with the Afghani government in 2020. The Taliban knew that there would be grave consequences under President Trump. On March 25th, 2021, with only 2 months in office, President Joe Biden says that the May 1st deadline would be hard to meet. Earlier in March, Joe Biden had this to say about the pullout of Afghanistan.
President Trump reached a deal with the Taliban to have all American troops leave by May 1st. Are they going to leave?
I'm in the process of making that decision now as to when they'll leave.
The truth is, Democrats are doing the exact opposite and reversing everything that Trump has ever done.
The fact is that that was not a very solidly negotiated deal that the former president, worked out. And so we're in consultation with our allies as well as the government, and that decision's it's in process now.
If the Biden administration was really in consultation with our allies, then why are they blasting us for the way we are handling Afghanistan? On April 14th, 2021, Lion Biden decided it was time to stop America's longest war.
After consulting closely with our allies and partners, with our military leaders and intelligence personnel, with our diplomats and our development experts, with the Congress and the Vice President, as well as with Mr. Ghani and many others around the world, I've concluded that it's time to end America's longest war.
Do you see how he decided this only after he broke the peace treaty with the Taliban and the Afghani government?
So in keeping with that agreement and with our national interest, the United States will begin our final withdrawal, begin it on May 1 of this year.
I'm sorry, but that's when we were supposed to be out. Well, it's no surprise that after Biden stated that he would not uphold the peace treaty with the Taliban and the Afghani government, the Taliban launched more than 5,500 attacks in 31 of 34 provinces. 20 terrorist groups, including Al-Qaeda and ISIL, are fighting alongside the Taliban. This crazy buffoon that you call the President of the United States, yeah, well, he thought that the Taliban wouldn't take over after the pullout in Afghanistan.
Is the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not. Why? Because you have the Afghan troops have 300,000 well equipped as any army in the world, and an air force against something like 75,000 Taliban. It is not inevitable.
Joe Biden lives in his own world. Even after his advisors advised him that the Taliban would take over, well, he still doesn't think so.
Mr. President, thank you very much. Your own intelligence community has assessed that the Afghan government will likely collapse.
That is not true.
Can you please clarify what they have told you about whether that will happen or not?
That is not true. They did not reach that conclusion.
Oh, but that's not true. The Wall Street Journal reported in June that Lion Biden was told that Afghanistan would fall if we pulled out. But you can trust good old Joe. He's been in politics for over 40 years. In a July press conference, President Joe Biden was asked if there would be any comparison between the pullout in Vietnam and the pullout of Afghanistan.
Do you see any parallels between this withdrawal and what happened in Vietnam, with some people feeling...
None whatsoever. Zero. What you had entire brigades breaking through the gates of our embassy. 6, if I'm not mistaken. The Taliban is not the North Vietnamese army. They're not remotely comparable in terms of capability. There's going to be no circumstance where you see people being lifted off the roof of a embassy of the United States from Afghanistan. It is not at all comparable.
Wrong again, Trader Joe. Hey, I just want to say thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that bell. That way you get notifications of videos that have been uploaded. You don't want to miss anything. Trust me. It's only going to get better from here. Until next time.